All right, I'd like to provide an update to what I previously discussed last time at 7. So tragically, 2 of our life-threatening victims have passed away. We still have the same amount of 7 total gunshot wound victims. The 4 of them that are non-life-threatening are a 14-year-old male, a 32-year-old male, a 55-year-old male, and a 58-year-old male. The 1 remaining life-threatening victim is 31 years old. I also mentioned last time that we had 1 person who was struck by a car. That individual is 9 years old. She was treated at the scene and then released and subsequently went to a local hospital where she continues to have non-life-threatening wounds. I also mentioned last time that we had 2 subjects in custody. I'd like to clarify that at this point. One of the subjects was detained, was armed with a firearm, but we believe, based upon our investigation at this time, that he is uninvolved in the shooting itself. We have another individual who is in custody who is 19 years old, who we believe was involved in the shooting. At this point, in consultation with the Richmond Commonwealth Attorney's Office, we plan on seeking charges for second-degree murder ×2 for that individual, with more potential charges to follow. At this time, I'd like to just express my concerns and sympathy for those who have lost their lives today and those whose lives were forever changed by the events today. I'd also like to thank the partners that rushed to this scene. The Richmond police officers, the VCU police security and police officers, Capitol Police, Virginia State Police, even Henrico, and certainly our state and federal partners. Virginia State Police, as I mentioned, but certainly ATF, FBI are all assisting in the complicated case that this is right now at this point. So we anticipate having a further update tomorrow. The mayor's office will be providing you all with updates on when that press conference will take place. I can answer a few questions here. I'm not going to be able to give a lot more detail than I've already provided, but I can answer a few.
Chief, could you talk about the expansiveness of the crime scenes here and what we're seeing with a lot of police keep up kind of in many blocks of this area?
Yes. Well, it obviously is a large scene. We always start out larger than we need and then bring it back. We anticipate we will be breaking down this crime scene within the next 20 or 30 minutes. Our forensic technicians have completed much of their work. They're recanvassing. We have canines looking for additional firearms and casings in case we missed any, but we feel pretty good about where we are forensically at this time. We anticipate breaking much of this down very shortly.
Can you ID the deceased, or if not, if their ages at least?
The 2 deceased are an 18-year-old male and a 36-year-old male. We are not prepared to release the names at this point, but we will in days to come. The families are obviously grieving at this point. They have been notified. That was a hang-up for us initially, but we'd like to, before we release those names, we'd like to give them a bit of time to grieve.
Chief, any idea on motive at this point? Why would somebody do this?
We think the suspect knew at least one of the victims.
Chief, do you know the gender of the suspect and a student?
The subject is, the 19-year-old suspect is a male, and I'm unclear if he's currently a student.
Do you know, did you provide information on the type of weapon used?
We've recovered handguns in this case.
Multiple?
Yes.
Chief, the 18-year-old that was, 18-year-old that you listed that was shot, is that a student graduating today?
Yes.
The victim is in his 30s. Can you speak to, is that a family member of one of the graduates?
He was here for the graduation. We'll be releasing more of that tomorrow.
What happened after the shooting with the suspects? Did they retreat or run to the parking garage, or where were they apprehended, I guess?
So as I mentioned earlier, we had 3 off-duty Richmond police officers working the event itself. They were outside directing traffic, and we had 7 along the Belvedere corridor blocking traffic so that people could get in and out. As they heard the gunfire, it was obviously chaos. We had hundreds of people in Monroe Park, so people scattered. It was very chaotic at the scene. I can tell you that the person we believe is who is going to be charged was detained initially by VCU security and was taken into custody, and he is currently at the Richmond Police Department headquarters.
Did that happen like here in the park, or had he left the
Close
park?
by. He fled the scene and then was taken into custody and is now in our custody.
Are all police personnel uninjured in this occurrence?
Yes. No officers were injured. No officers discharged their weapons.
Did the suspect flee in a car or by foot?
By foot. And as I mentioned earlier, but it's getting clear now, at this point we're not looking for anyone else at this time. We do, however, we know that there were hundreds of people out here that may have some of this captured on videotape. So we would ask folks to contact the Richmond Police Department, and we will set up a hotline by tomorrow where if they have video they'd like to share with us, we can put that out there. But I'm sure plenty of folks were out here celebrating the day, taking videos, taking pictures, and they may have valuable information. Obviously, there's plenty of cameras here that we're in the process of reviewing, and that's a laborious process. But we would ask the public if they have something like that to please share it with us.
Apologies if I missed this earlier. Is the suspect have a connection to the high school that was graduating? And was the suspect known to police prior to this evening?
That's all part of the investigation. I'm not aware of if he was 19 years old, so I don't believe he was graduating this today.
And he wasn't known to police prior?
I'm not sure about that.
Chief, how many weapons were found today?
So with the individual we detained, there were a total of 4 firearms seized. So one of them is completely unrelated, and we're investigating. And that's going to be part of the investigation. We will be utilizing NIBIN to determine which firearms were directly involved and which weren't. But there was guns on the scene that we recovered.
Were these handguns, or were these like an automatic weapons, or any specifics of the weapons?
I believe these were all handguns that have been recovered at this point.
Do you know if they were all legally obtained?
We're still very early in the investigation, but that'll be part of what we're going to ask from our investigators. As I said, we're getting help from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, as well as the FBI and Virginia State Police and VCU Police that are all part of that active investigation with what we're doing right now.
Chief, can you speak to the 3 officers that were here on location? How is their mood? How are they dealing with the situation?
Well, it's certainly traumatic for them. I heard the call come over my radio, and you could hear the chaos and the screaming. So we will be following up with them. But they saw, obviously they saw 2 people in dire straits, and 2 who eventually died, and then a 14-year-old child who was also wounded. So it was chaotic, and then it was also very complicated. The early reports are always challenging, so we had reports of many more people because people were having panic attacks, falling on the ground, screaming. As I mentioned before, some people fell. One child was hit by a car. So this was a very chaotic scene, but our officers and with our partners in very short order started to make sense of the chaos, getting folks the resources they needed, and preparing for an event like this. And we've prepared for it with our partners, and hoping that this day wouldn't come, but it came to Richmond today.
And what do you say to the community? We've heard of this at churches, parks, movie theaters, wherever. First time at a graduation I've heard of.
Yeah.
What do you say to folks who just want to live life every day and be in public and not be terrified to do that?
Well, obviously this should have been a safe space. People should have felt safe at a graduation. Superintendent Camaras mentioned that. And it's just incredibly tragic that someone decided to bring a gun to this incident and rain terror on our community.
And talking to people who kind of perpetrate or commit these kind of crimes around everyone else, what do you want to say to those people who are involved in this kind of activity, those suspects?
Well, that it's disgusting and cowardly behavior, because even if you're discharging a firearm at a person you're trying to hit, when you have a crowd like this, innocent people are going to be caught up in the mayhem, and that's what happened today.
How long was the incident in total from when gunfire broke out to when the suspect was apprehended?
I don't have that information, but I can tell you we had to the responding officers who were on the perimeter blocking traffic as they are now. They were on scene within less than 45 seconds, I would say, and the gunfire had stopped. So the initial officers indicated there was a barrage of gunfire, but it was over relatively quickly.
The victims that were struck, were they standing on the sidewalk just outside the theater?
All the victims were outside the theater, and we believe, and all the gunfire took place outside the theater. I can tell you that Monroe Park, as I mentioned earlier, was full of hundreds of people celebrating the day, taking photographs with their loved ones when gunfire rang out, and a crowd of people ran in every direction, as you can expect.
Were people struck in Monroe Park or on the sidewalk near the theater?
I'm not exactly sure where they were struck, but they were definitely outside. Some were in Monroe Park, some were further along the sidewalk, I believe, but I'm not exactly sure.
Chief, do you have anything to say about this situation, especially as we approach the department's initiative with Operation Safe Summer, and just what is going through your mind through this?
Well, I think we need to work on this. Obviously there's too many people in our city who've been shot. So right now this will be our 33rd murder with the 2 individuals today, and too many people are shot and wounded. So that's why we've started that planning. We have a planning meeting tomorrow with our partners for Operation Safe Summer. We're going to redouble our efforts and do our best to keep our community safe.
Chief, can you confirm that the victims are father and son that are dead?
At this point, I'm not prepared to confirm that.
Was this gang related?
I don't believe so. I believe that the individuals, some of them knew each other. So, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and stop. I appreciate everyone's patience today. We will have more to say with the mayor tomorrow, so we will be sending out that information shortly to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
Okay, so we got more details, very, very sad details. 2 people shot and killed leaving this high school graduation ceremony, an 18-year-old male and a 36-year-old male. They did not identify them out of concern and care, so their family can grieve tonight over this shocking news there. But that is what we know now. Let's just recap from some of this video from the scene earlier today. Take a look at this. This is what we know. Like I said, we also found out that a 19-year-old is in custody. Remember, we had learned earlier that 2 people were detained. They let one of those individuals go. He had a firearm on him, but he was not in any way connected to this shooting. The 19-year-old that is still in custody, he's facing charges there 2 times for second-degree murder for his role in the shooting and killing of these 2 individuals leaving that high school graduation ceremony in Richmond, Virginia today. Police say they're not looking for anyone else at this time. They believe the shooter knew his victims, and so we also know that other people are still in the hospital injured, especially one with still life-threatening injuries, a 31-year-old individual who remains in the hospital. So this is really what we know. Like I said, they're not looking for anyone else at this time. They said this was over in just a matter of minutes, yet the melee it caused was so disruptive, so dangerous, including the fact that in the melee, a 9-year-old was struck, hit by a car there. And so right now, we just wanted to make sure you were up to speed on those details there. Remember, they are going to give yet another press conference earlier tomorrow. So we'll bring that to you here tomorrow on Live Now from Fox. You're going to hear from other officials, not just police officials, but also the mayor of Richmond, Virginia, as well. So in case you didn't catch that press conference live, we'll be showing you that a little bit later on this Tuesday.